Hello everyone, I am Dr. Bindu Malviya, Professor Tirthankar Mahavir University, Muradabad. Today, I welcome you all to this session on entrepreneurship development. So dear students, today we are going to discuss the topic current status of entrepreneurship in India. So we will cover all these topics, that is introduction of current status of entrepreneurs in India, what are the various factors, what are the various aspects which need focus today is economic environment, government initiatives, regulatory framework, funding and investment, and the current challenges. And we will also discuss some success stories of the entrepreneurs. So in the beginning, let us start with the entrepreneurship status in India. So entrepreneurship in India has witnessed significant growth and transformation in the recent years. So these aspects regarding the present status need to be discussed today, that is the economic environment with respect to the current scenario, then what are the government initiatives related to the entrepreneurship development, what are the regulatory frameworks, what are the various funding and investment opportunities which are available for promoting the entrepreneurial ventures, and what are the various challenges, hurdles related to the growth and development of entrepreneurs, and what are the trends which can be witnessed today as far as the entrepreneurship is concerned. So as far as the economic growth and development is concerned, the GDP contribution, that is the small and medium enterprises and the startups, significantly contribute to India's gross domestic product. The medium, small and micro entrepreneur sector alone contributes about 30% of India's GDP. Another important aspect is the sectorial contribution of the entrepreneurs, that is beyond tech. India entrepreneurs are making significant strides in the sectors like healthcare, agriculture, agri-tech, education, that is EdTech, and renewable energy, whereby promoting the sustainable development. As far as the rural and urban contribution is concerned, rural areas like Bangalore, urban areas like Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, and Hyderabad are the primary hubs for the startups. As far as the rural areas are concerned, it is seen that there is a rise in the entrepreneurship, particularly in agri-tech and small-scale manufacturing. Initiatives like Deen Dayal Antodaya Yojana aims to promote rural entrepreneurship. So these days, India has witnessed a large number of startups. That is, India is the third largest startup ecosystem in the world, with over 60,000 startups as of 2022, and this number continues to grow with around 1,300 new startups added every year. These startups and entrepreneurs have also been contributing to the solution of unemployment due to the emergence of startups and small businesses. There is a lot of employment creation. The startups and SMEs are major source of employment. They provide jobs to a large section of the population, especially in the rural areas. Students, these startups and small medium enterprises have created millions of jobs, not just in traditional roles but also in emerging areas like the artificial intelligence development, digital marketing, and the cyber security. Startups have created over 1.7 million direct jobs as of 2022. The number of indirect jobs created is significantly higher. There is also the trend of gig economy. Gig economy gives an opportunity for the temporary jobs on the contractual basis. This has also helped in solving the problem of unemployment. The gig economy is booming with platforms like Swiggy, Zomato, Ola, and Uber, providing employment opportunities to over 15 million gig workers. So there is a lot of importance is given on innovation, creativity. So Indian entrepreneurs are increasingly focusing on innovation, leveraging technology to solve local and global problems. The country is full of innovation and people with creative ideas, people who can think out of the box. The country is home of numerous tech startups, particularly in cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. So the growth of startups has proved that we are having a large number of innovative minds. Another factor which is promoting the innovation, that is the research and development. There is increasing investment in research and development with startups partnering with the academic institutions and the research bodies to drive innovation. The Indian government allocated rupees 50,000 crore, which is approx to $6.7 billion, so under the National Research Foundation to boost the innovation. As far as patents filing is concerned, people are becoming aware about protecting their intellectual property rights by way of protecting their inventions and their new ideas with the help of patents. So there is a growing number of startups are filing patents, reflecting a robust culture of innovation. Patents filing by startups and individual innovators have seen a sharp rise. Over 20,000 patents filed in 2020 and 21, reflecting a strong culture of innovation. So for the promotion of entrepreneurs, startups, government is also playing a very vital role. There are lots of government initiatives which has been launched for giving importance, uh, for promoting the young minds, for promoting the entrepreneurship. So let us discuss. The first is the Startup India. So this initiative aims to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startups. So it includes benefits such as tax exemptions. There is easier compliance norms and funding support. The initiative includes a 19-point action plan covering areas like simplification and handholding, funding support, then incentives and industry academia partnership in the direction or for the inspiration or motivation for more and more entrepreneurs. Since launch in the year 2016, the initiative has recognized over 50,000 startups. The program offers benefits like tax holidays and reduced compliance burdens and access to a dedicated fund of rupees 10,000 crore, which approx to $1.34 billion. So there is a great support, great initiative for the budding entrepreneurs through this initiative of Startup India. Moving ahead, the other initiatives include uh, the other initiatives include Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant India, which focuses on making India self-sufficient through support for local manufacturing and startups, and giving importance to the indigenous industries, indigenous small and cottage industries, uh, and reducing the imports, and giving more and more support, and mm, more boost to the exports. So then the next initiative, uh, because of the digitalization, because of the information technology, the another initiative which is taken by the Indian government, that is the Digital India. So this initiative aims to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. So this has been instrumental in the growth of tech startups. This initiative ensures that government services like um, which are made available to the citizens electronically by improving online infrastructure. So over 1.3 billion digital transactions has been recorded in the year 2020 alone. Apart from these initiatives, there are some more initiatives such as Made in India, Skill India. So under the Made in India initiative, the government encourages companies to manufacture their products in India, boosting industrial production and innovation. As far as the another initiative of Skill India, this particular initiative focuses on the training and skill development to create a skilled workforce that can meet the needs of startups. This program has trained over 10 million people, enhancing the skill sets which are required for the startups and small and medium enterprises. The another important factor, the another important element, uh, which is the regulatory framework, the rules and regulations, which has played a vital role in the in the upliftment of the entrepreneurs, because of the following factors. The first is the easier compliance. So the simplification of business registration process and compliance requirements, uh, it has motivated the entrepreneurs for taking up the various entrepreneurial and startup journeys. Second one is there is initiatives like self-certification under labor and environmental laws, setting up of startup hubs, and the fast tracking patent applications due to the digitalization. The another factor is the insolvency and bankruptcy code. So under this, there is a provision which is a clear framework for the resolution of bankruptcy, making it easier for the startups to manage failures and restart. Then another important thing which can be discussed here is the infrastructure development. So creation of incubation centers, tech parks, and innovation hubs are becoming very prominent to support the startups and help the entrepreneurs. Another important aspect is the funding and investment support, and this is also very important factor which is playing a very vital role in uh, for the encouragement of the entrepreneurs and the startups. So there is a provision for venture capital and private equity. So there has been a surge in the venture capital and private equity investments in India startups. So India is one of the top destination of startup funding globally. So there are angel investors, incubators, who are also playing a very important role for the uh, growing investors, for the purpose of growing startups and entrepreneurs. A growing a network of angel investors, incubators, and accelerators is providing the early age funding and mentorship to the startups. As far as the domestic and international venture capital funds is concerned, there's a significant inflow from both domestic and international venture capital funds. Global investors like Sequoia Capital, SoftBank, and Tiger Global are heavily invested in the Indian startups. Government is also giving a great support. There are various uh, credit policies for the promotion of the entrepreneurs, such as Mudra loans, the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, which provides loan to the small entrepreneurs. Over 24.48 crore loans have been sanctioned under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, providing a major boost to the micro enterprises. Then another scheme, that is the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for the Micro and Small Enterprises, that is CGTMSE, which offers credit to the small medium enterprises without requiring any collateral. So this Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises scheme has enabled easier access to credit for over 30 lakhs MSMEs. Despite of growth of the entrepreneurs and increase in the number of startups, there are several challenges, there are several uh, mm, problems which the entrepreneurs are facing. The first is the access to the capital. So despite of improvements, early stage startups often struggle to secure funding due to the perceived high risk. So despite the overall growth in funding, the early stage startups often struggle, with only 10 to 15% of startups securing seed funding. The another aspect is the funding gaps. There are gaps in funding for specific sectors, particularly those who are outside the mainstream tech and e-commerce domains. The another important thing is that the sectors like clean tech, agri tech, and social enterprises, they still face these funding gaps, with the investors often favoring tech and e-commerce startups. So if any startup which is based on the technology, based on some digital initiatives, those projects are given more importance as compared to the other non-tech uh, ventures. Another important factor is the market dynamics. This factor is also playing a very important role for the growth, for the success of success, or you can say maybe challenge for the entrepreneurs. So as we know that the market is very uncertain, the market environment is very uncertain. So the first factor which may affect the entrepreneurs is the customer preference or the consumer preferences. Rapidly changing consumer preferences can pose challenges for the startups trying to maintain product market fit. So in a survey, it was indicated that 70% of the startups pivot at least once before funding product market fit. The entrepreneur or the startup initiator has to understand the market and then accordingly provide the services or goods or the product which is suitable to the market needs. Another factor is the economic fluctuations. This is also very important external factor which is beyond the control. So economic turndowns and policy changes can impact market conditions and consumer spending. So we all have witnessed COVID-19 pandemic. So during this duration, there was a very great impact on many startups, with around 40% reporting significant revenue drops in the year 2020. Now let us discuss the regulatory hurdles as far as the status of entrepreneurship is concerned. First is the bureaucracy. So despite improvements, bureaucratic red tape and lengthy approval processes can still be deterrents for the growth of the entrepreneurs. While there have been improvements, a World Bank report on the ease of doing business still ranks India at 63rd position out of 190 countries, highlighting areas for improvement. As far as taxation is concerned, a complex tax structure and frequent changes in the tax laws can be very challenging for the startups. The next important issue which can be addressed here, that is the skill development. So to meet the skill gaps, there is a the education and industry gap has to be removed, and the gap between the academic curricula and the industry requirements remains a great challenge, necessitating the continuous upskilling and training programs. A study by the India Skill Report 2022 indicates that only 48.7% of the graduates in India are employable. So there is a problem of employability due to the lack of skills which are required by the industries, underscoring the need for a better alignment between the education and industry requirements is the need of the hour. Another important issue is the attrition rates. So there is a high attrition rate in startups which can impact continually and growth. So high attrition rates, especially in tech startups, where annual turnover can be as high as 20%, impact the continuity and the growth. Discuss the trends which can be seen in the area of entrepreneurs and the startups. So the first is the tech and innovation. So deep tech startups which are increasing focus on the areas like artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain technology, and quantum computing. So because of emergence of all these deep tech areas, the investment in the AI, machine learning, blockchain, and quantum computing are rising, and it is attracting over $1 billion in funding in the year 2021. Then another important sector is the health tech and edge tech. So growth in the health tech and edge tech has accelerated due to the pandemic, with startup providing innovative solutions in the telemedicine, online education, and health monitoring systems. The pandemic has accelerated the growth of health tech and ed tech, with sectors seeing investment of $2.2 billion and $4.7 billion respectively in the year 2021. Now there is a trend of social entrepreneurship which can be witnessed. So because of the impact investing, growing interest in the impact investing, with funds dedicated to the social entrepreneurs that had addressed issues like education, healthcare, and sustainability. The impact investment in India reached $2.5 billion in 2020, supporting startups focused on education, healthcare, and sustainability. So this area has also attracted great investments, and this is being one of the important factor which is playing, which is impacting the entrepreneurship development. The another is the grassroots innovations. There is an encouragement of grassroots innovations nowadays, particularly in rural areas, to address local challenges. There are programs like Atal Innovation Mission, which encourage grassroots innovations, while over 10,000 Atal tinkering labs are established across the schools in India. So there, as far as the present scenario is concerned, global expansion can be witnessed. So there are cross-border collaborations which can be seen with the international startups and the corporates, allowing Indian startups to expand their reach in the other nations. The example is the India-Israel innovation, which foster innovation between the two nations. Another is the international market. Startups are increasing targeting international markets for the growth, with a focus on Southeast Asia and the Middle East and Africa. So startups are targeting international markets, with around 15% of the Indian startups having a global presence. So particularly in Southeast Asia, the Middle East and Africa. So because of the government support and so many initiatives, because of the easy availability of the investments from the investors, easy availability of the capital, uh, so many programs which are run by the government, because of the minimization of the um, regulatory challenges, we can see so many success stories, uh, so many startups in our country. So the unicorns, India has produced numerous unicorns, that is startups who are valued at over $1 billion. So including some names like Flipkart, Paytm, Byju's, and Oyo Rooms. So we all are very aware about all these startups. Then there is a rapid growth. As of 2022, India has over 100 unicorns, making it the third largest unicorn ecosystem in the world, following the US and China. So there is a huge revenue, and they have been valued, and the certain notable examples which we can take is the Byju's, which valued at $22 billion, Paytm, which valued $16 billion, Oyo Rooms, which valued $9 billion, and Zomato, valued at $5.4 billion. So this is the rate of success, the success of various startups, or rather the unicorns. Then there is acquisitions and initial public offers also. So the successful exits through acquisitions and initial public offers highlight the maturity of the Indian startup ecosystem. Then high profile exits. There are also some organizations which are um, moving out. That is Flipkart acquisition by Walmart for $16 billion in 2018 remains one of the largest e-commerce deals globally. So these kinds of trends are also taking place due to the growth of the unicorns and the startups. So public listings, successful IPOs include Zomato, raised $1.3 billion, Paytm raised $2.5 billion, and Nika, which raised $723 billion, highlighting the maturity and investor confidence in the Indian startup ecosystem. So we can conclude that the entrepreneurship landscape in India is dynamic and it evolves rapidly due to the favorable policy environment, increasing funding opportunities, and robust culture of innovation. With the strong government support, increasing fund opportunities, and a growing culture of innovation, India is poised to become a global leader in entrepreneurship. So, despite of all these things, there are certain challenges also, but the overall environment is conducive to the growth and success of the startup, making India a hot spot for entrepreneurial activity. So, with continued government support, raising investor interest, and a growing number of success stories, India is well on its way to becoming global leader in the area of entrepreneurship. So before ending today's session, I will show you a video which will be a great source of inspiration, and it will also help you understanding the various challenges which has been faced by the entrepreneurs. So let us
The
watch this
first in
video.
this list is Ritesh Agarwal. Ritesh Agarwal's entrepreneurial journey is one of the most successful entrepreneur stories in India. After dropping out of college, he launched his first startup, Oracle Stays, which was a budget hotel chain that provided B&B. To improving his business model, he relaunched Oracle as Oyo, which was short for On Your Own, and became one of the most successful young entrepreneurs in India. Begin with only 11 rooms in Gurgaon Hotel, Oyo Rooms is now a hub for elite hotel stays with 65,000 rooms in about 5,500 properties across India. The next in line is Bhavish Agarwal. Coming from an IIT's family, Bhavish Agarwal, an IITB alumnus, founded the most popular cab aggregator of India, Ola Cabs. He received the M Billionth Award South Asia 2013, the best startup of the year by IAMAL, and got listed in the 30 under 30 by Forbes. This young man revolutionized the cab service in India by connecting it well with smartphones. The only thing that made Ola Cab different from other cab services at that time was the full use of smartphone and GPS technology that made it easier for the user to board the car and travel. He achieved all this after quitting from a lavish job at Microsoft. No one supported his idea, but it was his strong will, determination, and power to take risks in life that led him to the pinnacle of success. Today, he is one of the most successful entrepreneurs in India. Vijay Shekhar Sharma. The stepping stone of digitalized India was laid down by Paytm, which was started by Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Vijay Shekhar is from Aligarh. He couldn't sit for competitive exams just because of his poor English. After working on many projects in small startup during the graduation from Delhi College of Engineering, Vijay finally took a huge risk of investing $2 million and founded 197, the parent company of Paytm, giving the Indians the service of internet wallet, paying by scanning the QR code, easy bill payments, etc. led to the success of this company, and he became the most successful tech entrepreneur in India. Paytm Karo. Every street, colony, nukkad, either be small vendor or huge shopping complex, every transaction is now an authentically sale through Paytm. The online transaction giant very successfully made a bang on e-commerce. The next comes Baiju Ravindran. By giving this nation the concept of online education with a special package for preparation of competitive exams, Baiju's app helped thousands of students who struggle with mathematics, science, and cracking the hardest exams like JEE, NET, and UPSC. Ravindran is an engineer who worked in a shipping firm, stepped into the field of teaching accidentally when he taught his friends for CAT exam and they cleared it with flying colors. He then fell in love with teaching and found his true passion. He is today spreading his knowledge with a group of brilliant minds through video tutorials. He started it all with an initial investment of just 2 lakh, which has now grown to 3,300 crores. Next is Panindra Sama. Redbus has made booking bus tickets way easier than before, and it all started when its founder, Panindra Sama, could not go home for Diwali due to the notorious Bangalore traffic. He realized some key issues with the existing bus model and found the internet has the best medium for solving these issues by putting together information on the platform where customer could easily access it and take better decisions. By April 2014, Redbus launched hotel booking powered by Ibibo Group, followed by the Redbus teaming up with the Uber. Okay, nothing can compare to the encouragement of the youngsters more than listening to the success stories of visionary entrepreneurs. The journey has not been comfortable with strikes, shortage of labor and workforce, policy changes, corruptions, and economic slowdowns. Still, they started from nothing and rose to the top of game over years in Indian growth history. We salute these young achievers and hope they continue to inspire us all to drive success. That's all, guys. Register with preciousworld.com for free.
So, hope you have enjoyed today's lecture on the present status of the entrepreneurs in India. So, this is all for today. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Have a great day.